movieweb.com.
I know it's hard, but we're all having to say goodbye to our friends for the time being.
Moving? Where to?
The thing about being a soldier is that if your country needs you to go somewhere, you'll go. Think of it as an adventure, like in one of your books.
Children, look. Our new home.
What are you doing?
Exploring!
No, not at the back.
Now, with your characters, is their dissolution of marriage or their breakup sort of we see on film sort of reflect into what Germany was going on, what was going on in Germany at that time? I mean, did you guys kind of look at it that way?
Sure, I think there was a gradual decline of tenderness and respect once people willingly started to open their eyes. It does honestly probably reflect exactly that. Yeah.
What did you guys derive from the ending of this film when you first read it? And especially if you've seen the film, what you derived from it?
Well, I was very shocked by it the first time I read the script, and then was very impressed that there was a movie was going to be made that would take such a risk. I just talked to people that day, and I just read this movie, and it ends in the way no movie I've ever come across, and then. And I kept thinking about the film and went and bought the book straight away and read the book on the same day. And I think it's it needs to end in this way because there's no other way it could or should end, and it wouldn't be appropriate or useful to make the film without this ending.
I agree.
Okay, well, one of the things I didn't want to bring up with the writer and director, because I didn't want to offend them in any way, is the language in the film. I was wondering why there's no German language in the movie, because it seems like at that time these guys would have been just completely fluent in German and wouldn't have even spoke English. Did that ever come up on set?
Well, certainly. Well, we don't speak German because we can't speak German.
Well, no, I get that, but I'm just wondering if that ever came up.
Do you mean why we're doing British accents as opposed to German accents?
Yeah, well,
yeah. Well, I think it has to do with also. I think certainly we probably could have done a German accent, but then it becomes about the accent and something that's us choosing to do this. What is it called? Anyway.
What?
They have a very specific name for it. RP.
RP, received pronunciation. Yeah.
And it's also really about the children. The story focuses on this friendship between these two children. And when you cast a child, especially, it was monumental having to cast Asa in this role. And you go for the essence of the child, and so accents are secondary. That's not. Hopefully you will forget the accent. Such a universal story.
And I shouldn't bring it up in the middle of an interview. That's why I didn't talk about it with them.
No, it's been raised before, but I think it is. I know that Mark would have told you. It's partly that, to also burden these children who give incredible performances, and then go, and now could you do that with a German accent as well, when it's not really the most important thing about the film at all. And there's been many films made about this period with people doing British accents, and I believe Tom Cruise will be doing an American accent soon in Valkyrie,
Well, I was going to say, it's sort of meant for children, this film, and they probably wouldn't sit and read subtitles for 2 hours either. So.
Well.
Sure.
No, yeah.
But he's got a point.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, with your character, I just read that it's an amalgam of a lot of the women from the Third Reich. Is that sort of
his? I mean, he certainly it's a fictional character. So, but you do draw upon as many. I mean, I focused on all the women of the Third Reich, from Emmy Goering, Riefenstahl, Magda Goebbels, all of the, both Hitler's women, who ironically their lives ended in suicide. Just a sort of vast array of women and what it meant, what the ideology was for a woman, what it meant to be, what was the highest purpose for a woman, and understanding that, but mostly I think it really I drew on the commandant's wives and finding as much information on what was expected and focused on that.